Here's the question I have. Is this just born out of pure hatred? When you think back 3 years of nothing but a narrative of lies about Trump-Russia collusion, all of it was false. We were right on this program. The rest of the media mob was wrong.
And there you have it. Sean Hannity, Fox News, even Ted Cruz with his tacit agreement, shaking his head to everything Hannity was saying in the first part of this video, tells us that Trump and Russia didn't happen when we all know it did. We all know it did. Then he went on to start screaming about how Fox News was right and the rest of the media mob, the media mob was wrong as it pertains to Trump and Russia. When in actuality, no one said Trump was innocent around what happened with Russia. He just wasn't prosecuted.
You want to talk about a quid pro quo? How about Joe Biden leveraging $1 billion taxpayer dollars to get a prosecutor fired who's investigating his son with no experience being paid a fortune? That's a quid pro quo. That didn't happen.
Joe Biden doesn't have $1 billion. He didn't control $1 billion when his son was being investigated by a prosecutor, and it didn't happen. We know that didn't happen because the story has been hashed out, rehashed out, and again. But that doesn't stop the weirdos at Fox from lying about it. But that's not it. Watch how crazy this video gets. Let's get back to it.
Americans tonight, conservatives especially, Senator, are asking, do we have equal justice under the law and equal application of our laws in this country? And I can say, from my point of view, the answer is no, not at all.
What it boils down to is that white men in America feel like the justice system just isn't working for them. They are being discriminated against. They are hated because Trump is being indicted for something he did do, a crime he did commit. Now every white man in America needs to believe that we need to rethink justice and how our justice system works. Now, not for the past 400 years, when white Americans have received lesser sentences than black people, where white men still today receive lesser sentences, even when they are similarly situated to black men, receive lesser sentencing. They do right now in this country. Not when we see cops killing black people nearly on a daily basis, unarmed, sleep, driving, doesn't matter. That's not the time to rethink our justice system. No, it is when a billionaire, a so-called billionaire, is indicted for a crime of paying a woman to keep quiet during a presidential election. That is absolutely illegal.
Well, as you know, I just wrote a book a couple of months ago on exactly this topic. It's called Justice Corrupted, How the Left Has Weaponized the Legal System. One of the chapters in Justice Corrupted talks about Alvin Bragg and other George Soros elected district attorneys. George Soros put over $1 million behind electing Alvin Bragg. And you're right, Alvin Bragg has had his career in office letting violent criminals go, lowering felonies down to misdemeanors. Ironically, what he's trying to do here is take a felony and take a misdemeanor rather, and blow it up into a felony. And let me say, to understand just how absurd this is, as you know, I do every week a podcast, Verdict with Ted Cruz. Yesterday's podcast is an hour-long deep dive on the legal issues, explaining why the facts and law are utterly bogus.
And regardless of what they're saying, all of these tough on crime people, what we're witnessing is the hypocrisy of Republicans. And I keep saying this because it's keep being true, and they keep proving it. The party is not about Jesus. The party is not about tough on crime. They're not about supporting police officers. They're not about supporting the flag or this country or the Constitution, unless all of those institutions support whiteness. White men have no reason to be afraid when 76% of the DAs in this country are white. 76%. When they are still getting lesser sentence, even when they are similar situated to black men. When they are less likely to be arrested, less likely to be surveilled, less likely to be policed. There's nothing wrong with our justice system as it pertains to white people, except for they get away with stuff the rest of us can't. What really needs to happen is these people need to come to grips with the idea that the challenging of whiteness is the new thing. We all trying to be woke, and it's frightening. It's frightening, but it's also real. I'm Mondale Robinson. Have a great day. Not before you think about it.